Hey everyone, welcome back to the NASCAR Thunder 2004 Lightning Challenges. Let's play, ladies and gentlemen. This is part number 12 of the Lightning Challenges. And it's been a few days since a Lightning Challenge video has been up on the channel. However, it's almost been 2 weeks since I last played this game because the other videos you guys saw were pre-recorded because I was heading up to Sonoma in a matter of days. So, anyways, let's continue on with the Lightning Challenges. I'm still on the Legend Challenges. Next one is going to be Who Needs Tires at Dover International Speedway with Jimmy Johnson. And then I'm staying out at Finion Raceway with Terry Labonte. And then another one at Dover Aero Push with Mark Martin. But first, it's going to be Jimmy Johnson. Jimmy Johnson stayed out during the final caution of the Dover race and went on to win the on worn tires. The lead lap cars have pitted, so you will need to hold off Bill Elliott with worn tires to get the win.
Dover's a great track. You've performed really well there. Added twist last year, though. You were on old tires with 22 laps to go and had the whole field behind you on new ones. What was your thinking?
I was thinking I needed to run like crazy. I had Bill Elliott chasing me from behind, and for how aggressive you have to drive that track on old tires, I had my hands full. Loose in, fighting the car through the center of the turn, and then running out of racetrack coming up off onto the straightaways. You hold your breath through each corner and hope that you have the thing pointed straight at the end.
Did Bill dictate where you were running on the track? Did you run low or high because of him, or did you decide to run your own line and hope he couldn't get you?
Well, he was coming on newer tires, so I definitely had to do some mirror driving to make sure that I put my car where he wanted his car to be to put him in an aero disadvantage. So luckily things worked out for me.
You heard Jimmy. He put Bill in an aero disadvantage, took his line away from him. You've got 3 laps to go. You're on worn tires. Can you win this challenge? Get in the game.
Who needs tires? Finish first, stay above 11th or better, stay on the track, no reckless driving. Here we go. Oh, what? I was my camera angle like that. So I need to hold off Bill Elliott with 3 laps to go. Sounds easy, right? Not really, but we're going to give it a try anyways. He's got a run on me. Oh my god, am I loose? Oh, no, no, no. No, Bill. Oh, I'm going to be doing some blocking. Oh man, that was a little dirty. All right, let's see if I can hold him off with 2 laps to go. All right, good job. Man, I was a little tough in the first couple laps, but once I got to the final lap, the car handled fine. Safari, great car. That seems kind of alright. I don't really care for it too much, but let's say it's alright. Next one is going to be I'm staying out at Finion Raceway with Terry Labonte. Terry Labonte's decision to finish the 2002 Finion race on worn tires scored him a 3rd place finish. It's the final lap. You're on worn tires and will need to at least finish in 3rd place.
Terry, you've always performed well at the road races. Where does that come from? Do you know?
No, not really. Sometimes you can go to them and you can run good. Sometimes you can go there and do the same things and not run good. But for the most part, we have done pretty well on them.
Last June at Sears Point, you came home with a 3rd place finish. Had some old tires at the end of the race. What kind of a concern is it when the guys are lined up behind you on better tires than you?
Well, Sears Point's a pretty tough place for me on new tires, and so I kind of knew I was a sitting duck there on the old tires, and we were able to hang in there pretty good, and we wound up finishing 3rd.
Well, this is your challenge. There's 3 laps to go. Your tires are older than everybody else's. See if you can hang in there like the Iceman did and get you a top 5 finish. Get in the game.
1 lap. Let's do this. Ah, yep. I knew it was gonna be bad there. I just went in there way too hard. All right, let's try this again. Oh, contact a little bit, not a problem. It's okay. It's road course racing. You're supposed to have that kind of stuff. Oh, don't leave the surface! Oh my goodness, I almost left the surface there. Surprised that I didn't. Oh my goodness, this is bad. I just need to finish third or better. I don't have to win the race. I would like to win, but like, my goal is to finish third or better. It's not a problem. Oh, come on! Half the car was off the track. That should not count when half the car is off the track. Let's do this again, I guess.
You can still win this thing. Number 21 has got a run on you. 1 lap to go. The white flag waves, and we're on our final circuit around the racetrack. The race is for the win. It's so tough to win in a series. Who has enough? Who will make it back to the checkered flag?
Alright, so far side by side with Ricky Rudd. Maybe I'll clear him up the hill here. I do. Oh, I'm gonna overdrive the son of a. See, the only time I had issues here fitting on Raceway in the Lightning Challenges, it's happening again.
21 car wants to get by you. The white flag is out. 1 lap to go in this race. If you have anything left, you have to show it now. There's no need to save it. This is the final lap. Can he do it? Who will win this event? This is it. The fans are on their feet. The checkered flag is in the air. The race for the win is on. Who will get it?
I just need to get through one more corner. One more. Don't cut that corner for sure.
Number 21.
Oh, so far so good. Alright. Took me 4 tries, but I got it done. And I'm actually going to win this challenge as well. So that's pretty cool. Of course, the worn tires did make the difference on the handling of that car. Believe it or not, it felt like it was tight. But, ooh, Jeff Burton. Wow, that's a nice scheme, to be honest with you. That's this Busch Series car. I like how there wasn't any highlight reels either. So, I guess let's just continue on. The final one I'm going to do in this video is back at Dover with Aero Push with Mark Martin. Mark Martin challenged for the lead with 5 laps to go, but due to poor handling, he could not make the pass. The problem is fixed, and you have the chance to get to win as you approach lap traffic.
Mark, 2002 was a great year for you and the Pfizer team. You raced for a championship, the win at Charlotte and $1 million. You almost won at Dover. Caught Jimmy Johnson late in the go, and take us through the thinking as you're closing in on possibly another Winston Cup win.
Well, we had a lot of problems getting started on new tires, and you know, all day the fast cars would get away from us. So as that, we had just enough laps, and I knew when that restart happened that it was going to be close, and we dropped back a straightaway back, and then our car started coming and coming on, and I knew I was going to catch him. But I knew that it was going to be hard. You know how it is when you run somebody down and it's less than 10 laps to go. It's pretty difficult to get by. And I made a couple of runs at him in traffic, but the cars were pretty close to the same speed, and it was just, it was exciting, and it was a great run for us.
Well, what's your thinking at a place like Dover where you have so many grooves and traffic's a factor, you're equal or maybe a little bit better than the guy leading? What are you trying to figure out in your mind in order to attack him and get the win?
Well, you know, Michael, I like to run the bottom, you know, and you like to run the top. And that works good for me because when we're racing, you know, the bottom lane is usually open for me. But Jimmy saw me coming, and he moved down to the bottom of the racetrack. And a lot of times that's what I'm thinking, you know. I have to figure out a way to get by. And usually, unless I've really got a guy beat pretty good, I've got to figure out how to get under him. And Jimmy did everything right. He saw me coming. They figured out. He moved down. He was running up in the middle of the track, and he moved down to the bottom, and I didn't have the middle figured out good enough to get the job done.
Well, let's line it up again. This time, you know what Mark's thinking. He needs the bottom. Let's see if we can get the win at Dover for Mark Martin. Get in the game.
Aero Push finished first, stay above 11th. A bear, stay on the track, no reckless driving. Alright, so I got 5 laps to pass Jimmy Johnson. Gotcha. Let's see if I can at least do that. I need to get around the lap traffic, though. I got Kyle Petty ahead. So hopefully I could get around him easily. Because I need to catch Jimmy. I don't need him to get away. Looks like I'm getting on him now. So 4 laps to go. Let's just get around the traffic. And then hopefully we'll be good to go catch Jimmy Johnson.
Got one high.
Go easy on those Eagles, driver.
Still there. Still beside you. Careful. Hold your line. He's still there. Okay, we're clear.
All right, you're on the leader, and the white flag is displayed. No need to hold back now. It's time to go for it. Either win it or you wear it. The race to the checkered flag. 1 lap to go. This is it. The fans are on their feet. The checkered flag is in the air. The race for the win is on. Who will get it?
Tiny Lund. Just a plain light blue car with an orange number. But that's actually a not bad scheme. It's not a busy scheme. It's basic. It's classy. It's pretty cool. I actually like that. Alright guys, that's going to do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Stay tuned for part number 13 in the next video, where I'll do nothing to show for it at the 2002 Homestead Miami Speedway with Joe Nemechek. One more chance at Richmond International Raceway with Steve Park. And hot for a win at Phoenix International Raceway with Rusty Wallace. So anyways guys, I'll see you in the next video.